Hello, Plannerets. How are you? Thank you so much for joining me for this week's plan with me in my A5 bullet journal, Term 1917 bullet planner. If you are here with me live, say hello. I am live streaming both on YouTube on the horizontal as well as vertical on Instagram. So if you are here from Instagram, say hello in the chat and I can pop your comment on the screen. If you did want to watch the full view, you can pop on over to the YouTube channel and then that way you'll get a full desk view. So if you if you are ready, I am ready. So let's get going. Let's go, everybody. Hello, Plannerets. I'm Marianne. If you're new here to my channel, thank you so much for joining. Please type new in the live chat if this is your first time joining me on a live or your first time ever seeing my face. So I am here in Sydney, Australia. It is Sunday, 5th of July, 9 a.m. and I hope you are having a great weekend. For those of you who are in the US, my lovely US Plannerets, happy 4th of July. How are you celebrating today? Have you taken some time to rest if you're the one doing family gatherings and been preparing for the weekend for your celebration? Have you taken a break? Make sure you are taking a break. So let's see who's here with us today. Let's quickly have a look at the chat. Sonia is here. Hello. Nice to see you. Thank you so much for joining. Oh, that's a pretty border. Let me just see if we can get the okay, let's just do that one and bear with me as I play around with my setting here. Thank you so much. Nice to see you, Sonia. And of course my mouse isn't working. Hello everyone, she says. Everything is, why is everything so bright? Let me see if I can do some nice gradient. Let's do some nice gradient here. You know me, I like to tinker with all these different things on my screen. So Sonia is saying hello on the YouTube, and hello Sheila, nice to see you. I hope you are having a great time with your family and celebrating. Hello Erin, it's been a while. I know, where have you been, my darling? I hope you are well and doing well wherever you are in the world. So thank you so much everybody for joining. All right, so let us get going. So as you can probably see from my screen, I hope I'm not glitching too much. I think I am. Oh no, we're back. Okay, like I said, if you did want to watch me on the full screen where you can see the full desk, I am on YouTube at Marianne Crest, so you can check me out there, and then that way you get to see, you know, a little bit of my candle here, because I know sometimes the little view on your phone might be a little bit smaller, but hopefully you can see well. So today I have been inspired by this bullet journal weekly spread. When was this one? This one was back in 2018. Okay, so I thought I'm going to do and recreate that. So of course, if you are not a bullet journaler and you have your own planner system, whether in ring planner, disc bound planner, dated, bound, whatever it is, you will still be able to follow along, because it's not about the physical planner itself that I share the tips and values of how planning can help you with your productivity as well as well-being, but just little insights, on maybe how you can make sure that your own planning system fits within your lifestyle, the way your brain works. And so even if you have already planners that have already laid out nice and neatly, you can still make sure you customize it to your needs. Okay, so let me know in the chat what planner that you have, what size, what it is, so then we can all see what everyone else is using. And so, all right, so let me just close off all my other windows. I'm going to zoom in so then that way you can see it a little bit better. I'm going to use a felt tip markers to draw my lines today. So the label has faded. This is from Hand Lettering Design. So I'm going to use, I think, 06, okay? I have already penciled in my little guideline, so then that way I'm not going in blind and, you know, making mistakes. So I'm going to frame my daily pages with a nice little frame, and I'm just using, without having a ruler, just using it. So let's have a look. Make sure. Hey, Sabrina, nice to see you. Thank you so much for joining. Whoops. Okay, so that doesn't work on this one. Let's have a look to see if we can say hello to Sabrina on the nice screen. Hey, hope you're doing well and your week has been fruitful, and also that you are getting ready for the new week. Okay, so there we go. That looks a little bit prettier. Looks a bit prettier. Okay, so using felt tip pen, and what was I going to do? I was going to put some music on, so then that way it's not so quiet. It's oh so quiet. All right, okay. Let me know if that's, you probably won't be able to hear it much. I just have it on soft volume. Okay, so there we go. Let's have a look. All right, so the little top here, I'm going to be using a little bit of color, and I thought this week I'm going to use 991 in the Tombow Jewel brush pen. So I am just going to create a little bit of circular little circle here, and that's where I'm going to put the date. I might move my my candle, and zoom in a little bit more so you can have a better view of the thing. So here we go. Let me see if I can, I'm going to play around. Yes, it has been very good. I love it. I'm so happy that it's been well. All right, so for the heading of the day of the week, I'm going to use some sort of like hand lettering font and make it what they call bouncy. So the bottom and the top of the letters aren't lined up, and this is good. You know, it's a good little practice. If you go, oh, you know, my hand lettering font is not so good, doesn't matter. You can add a little bit of flair, as you can see here. You know, it's not all lined up. I'm going to make sure I go and focus on that, so then it's not trying to focus on my hand. Okay, and then you just make it flounce. Okay, and add a little bit of flair to it. And then that way, if you go, oh, you know, my hand lettering is not as good, then you can make it like that. See? Now I will use the 03, okay, just to outline that circle, because that's where I'm going to put the date. So Monday the 6th. So I think I'm going to use a thicker one for that. Okay, there we go, the 6th. And then with that same yellow, I'm going to create a drop shadow. So I'm just going to put it on the bottom and on the right hand side of that frame. Okay. Now let's move on to Tuesday. So what time is it where you are? It is 9 o'clock here. So I'm probably going to go and do some planning and set up for about an hour and a half. And those of you that are in my YouTube membership, we will jump into the weekly brain dump. So then that way, before we start the week, we are going to make sure we declutter our mind, sort through what's in there, and just dump it on a page. Because if it's all cluttered, if it's all in your head and it's not organized, you are going to start your week, you know, not knowing exactly what matters. So, oops. What may have mattered last week may not be as important this week. Okay, so Sabrina says it is 7:15 p.m. in the eastern coast, and Sheila says 6 p.m. here, as so in the evening as well. So did you guys have a big celebratory 4th of July? And do you watch fireworks, or let me know. Tuesday, look at that, Tuesday. And Shania says, oh, Shania, it's very early where you are. Remind me again where you are tuning in from. Okay, and Sabrina, 7:11 p.m. where she's at. Okay, so there's the Tuesday, and let's go and do our drop shadow again. Just, you know, hand drawn. It doesn't have to be perfecto. Okay. I could see Brian. Hello, Brian, on Instagram. Nice to see you. Thank you so much for popping in. So I'm just planning my week in my bullet journal here. Okay, where are we? Wednesday. Oh, wow, Shawnee, you've been so busy. I know you've been busy with decluttering, organizing. So you've now built a wardrobe. Now need to declutter the clothes in Scotland. That's right. Thank you for reminding me where you're tuning in from. Yes, I need to do a declutter. I need to do a declutter of my clothes. Sheila says, we just had pizza and I would love that. That is so, you know, and then less, what do you call it? Less strain on you having to organize and cook. I love that. And fireworks starts in a couple of hours for our town. Oh, exciting. I love it. I love it. Excellent. All right, so let's move on to Wednesday. I'm just going to erase the circle guide, because sometimes when you highlight or, you know, over pencil, it's a lot more difficult to erase underneath it. So let me just pop the 7th. So the 7th, Tuesday the 7th, is my mum and dad's wedding anniversary. Okay, and I'm going to be taking them out to dinner for an all-you-can-eat seafood buffet. I think I'm taking them there more for my benefit, right? Well, for them too. Sabrina says entirely too hot. Let's see if I can shrink this to size. Entirely too hot. I will watch fireworks from my TV this year. My mum is visiting. Oh, that's so lovely. I love that. Excellent. And Sheila is currently doing, let me just a deep clean and declutter for my whole house. I just moved my deck office into the dining room, more room. I'm assuming desk. Everybody's doing their little decluttering because it is spring for my US viewers. It is spring where you are, right? So you're doing your spring cleaning. Oops, make sure I'm using the right one. Okay. Next, what am I doing? Sometimes talking and writing at the same time nowadays is proving to be not as easy to do. Okay. So what I'm loving with bullet journaling at the moment is the ability to change my layout. So if I do get bored, I'm just making sure not to have my hand in the way. I'll try and do it at an angle so you can see better. Yeah, so with bullet journaling, you know, because I do get bored of similar layout all the time, so it's nice to be able to change things up. Now, of course, yes, it does take a lot more time to set up, and you know, who has the time, right? But for me, for someone who gets a little bit anxious and gets too much in her own head, and can get stuck in there, this is a nice mindfulness activity. It's a nice way to just slow myself down, get out of my head, because you have to concentrate, you have to focus on making sure you're drawing the lines properly. So I now use this as a way to help slow me down, and it's also a nice, what do you call it? A nice creative outlet. Okay. So now, of course, if you already have, a planner that has written layout, you can still customize it. So you can add drop shadows, on borders. You can add color, highlight the heading. Sonia says, I'm copying layout on lined paper. Excellent. Yes, and that's how I used to do it as well, So a lot of times, all these things, we can just grab ourselves, there's so many nice little lined notebooks and dotted notebooks nowadays. Make sure that that's on there. Okay, let's go and focus a little bit. I've just Thursday. I am just putting my planner at an angle so then you can see better rather than seeing my whole hand in the way. Okay, so there we go. That's Thursday. Okay, Thursday the 9th. Okay, there we go. Oh, I've got itchy nose. I'll itchy nose. The whole house is still asleep. I've got 2 teenage boys and hubby. So we'll do a drop shadow again, just to add some color. Pick your favorite marker. And okay, now, so we got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So let's move on to Friday. I like these plan with me's. I most likely procrastinate or not fill out my planner at all, if not with plan with me's. Yes, they call it co-working. When someone else is doing something, it gives you a motivation or inspiration to actually do your. Because I know if I wasn't doing this, I'll just be stuck on the phone, doom scrolling. That's fine sometimes. It's okay to just have like lull moments and, just sort of like zone out. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm just making sure that's just, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 10, 11, 12. Okay, cool. I was just going to say, I thought, like, which one was this? This was the inspiration. Let me just zoom out so you can see. So this is the inspiration, which is one of my spreads for what February 2018. Okay, so that's, you know, a view of what it may look like. I don't know if I'll add stickers onto mine, because then sometimes that's where, you know, I get back some of my time by not adding stickers. What are we? Friday. Okay, so what I've done as well, I've just rounded out the corners, so then it's not so, you know, but if you wanted, you can always use a ruler and then rule your lines. Old me would have gone, the lines aren't straight, but then that's actually, you know, part of the design, that it's a little bit wonky, it's a little bit imperfect. So let's do this one again. Get my hand out of the way. So for your hand lettering font, just use your own handwriting as, you know, the guide, the template. Friday, nice, nice. And we'll do a drop shadow again. Now you can choose, you know, the drop shadow to be the one color like I have, or you can change the different colors. Now for this one, I think I'm just going to choose weekend, because normally I do have quite a few things on the weekend, but I'm tired already and I don't plan, you know, I don't write it out. So as you can see, for this weekend from Friday, I don't plan as, you know, much, or I don't write it down as much. I still do things, but I tend to not write it down anymore as I normally would at the beginning of the week. So I thought for this week's spread, I'm going to go and consolidate Saturday and Sunday into one. Shania says, great habit to get us working. Yes, it's and not just, you know, the plan with me, but I think too, like just having a chat, even though the way we're chatting is via, you know, typing. One of the things you should be doing throughout your week as part of your daily or regular habits and routine is getting in touch, right? You know, making sure that you are, where am I? Am I on the screen? Yep. That you are connecting with, you know, loved ones, your community, because, you know, studies have shown that us human beings aren't supposed to be living in isolation. First of all, we need to be in a tribe or a community, because that helps with our survival, right? You know, because our brain is still very much like prehistoric brain, that it needs the community for survival. Because if you're out there and, you know, during the caveman years, if you're by yourself, it's very difficult to survive on your own, because you need your tribe to look out for you. It's part of your social well-being as well. Yes, it's a great company indeed. Okay, so this one, 11, I'm going to do 11 and 12. Okay, 11 and 12, and then weekend. Right, so let me just put this up like this so my hand isn't in the way. Weekend. So yeah. So if you ever find yourself throughout the week, you know, maybe feeling down or feeling low, ask yourself, have I made an effort to reach out to everyone? Now, in the past, I used to get actually quite sad that I'm always reaching out to people, you know. Why aren't they reaching out to me? How come I have to be the one who always has to reach out? Because I have it in my planner, you know. One of the goals that I have is connecting, okay? Whether it's DM, FaceTiming, sharing, you know, funny videos or funny memes that I might have seen. Those are all part of our social well-being. It's one of the important key areas of life, is having that connection. And so in the past I would go, oh, you know, how come I would be always the one that's FaceTiming? And I would get upset sometimes with some of my family. It's like, how come it's always me that's reaching out? How come you don't call me? And then I went, you know what? They have their busy life. Sometimes we think that we are the center of everybody else's world. But as long as I know I'm making the effort, and then they know that I'm here for them, and they can reach me anytime, then that is my part, you know. So one of the things is, if you ever feeling down, you know, have you made an effort to reach out? Catch up with friends, especially if you have, you know, weekend kids and you have so many things that you're trying to juggle yourself. So might zoom in a little bit. So put it in your planner, you know. I know for I think every 2 weeks on my Google Calendar, you know, I will go, for those that maybe I'm not in touch with often because they're far away, I make a point to put a reminder to reach out to them. Okay, so that one's trackers. And then so this little box here, I'm gonna use it to, so notes plus next week. There we go, next week. So then if there's anything that comes up, because I plan, you know, on a week-by-week basis, if there's anything that doesn't fit into the, into the, am I live on, can someone check for me if I'm on Instagram? I think I am. Yes, I am. Okay. All right. I think what happened is I'm live on the wrong channel. I'm live on my Marianne on YouTube channel rather than I had set it. I don't think I can change it anymore while I'm here. That's why I'm thinking, why is no one on my YouTube channel, on my Instagram? That's because, yeah, I went live on the wrong channel. Poop, oh poop, that's okay. Oh no, it is thundering outside. What happens with the fireworks? Does it still go on? I'm trying to think because I haven't watched live fireworks. No, oh, no sound now. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? It's still on. I can still, yeah, no sound now. Let me know if there's no sound. There should be sound. But yeah, so on Instagram, I scheduled it on the wrong account. I love lightning. Had some other week. Yes, I love lightning too. I love the sound of the rain. The rain for me has positive connections. Okay, you can. Excellent. Thank you. I'm just going to add a calendar right at the bottom here. So then that way, which one? Oh, I bought a new pen. Yesterday there's a Japanese, I think it's Japanese, yeah, Japanese stationery shop near me in Chinatown, and I think that is Dodu. So all these cute little stationery and it's a nice needle point gel pen. And I thought, do I need another pen? Well, no. Do I want one? Well, yes. Okay, so I'm going to use that to write my dates. Okay, I'm just going to write over it Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Okay, so yeah, I like to have a calendar as much as possible on the spread that I'm on, the weekly spread. So then that way, if I have to refer back to a date from the previous week or the date from the week before. I'm thinking, why was there not no one on my Instagram live? That's because I'm on my other account. So I started a new Instagram account specifically for my, 2021, 22, for my content creation support content. So if you are a YouTuber, an Instagrammer, and you want to be able to either go live, there we go, talking and writing numbers and dates. I have to make sure that I concentrate, even if it already had the pencil marking. I wanted to make sure. All right, let's have a look. Let's see. Sorry, I must have been my end. I left and came back, and now it's all fine. Yeah, it might be the storm. That's right. Sonia said probably due to the storm. But good. Yeah, because look, I know, because sometimes my mic will die. I would be live streaming for a number of hours and I don't recharge it or don't swap my mic, and I'll be like midstream and like, my mic has died. Yes, that pen is lovely. It is lightweight in hand. Yes, very lightweight. So they came in like different colored barrels, and I went, the other colors. So these were the other ones I bought in the past. Aren't they cute? Look, I'm going to see if I can do this. Look. Look, and it's got these little, I think, what do you call these? These, I've forgotten what these animals are called. I thought they were like fictional animals, but they're real animals, sort of like a little, I think in North America, there's some sort of like, not rodent, but yeah, if someone can help me with the name of these cute little animals. Let's have a look who's here. Hello, Elle. Happy weekend. Happy 4th of July to you. Ronnie Cat, nice to see you. Thank you so much for joining. How I appreciate you being here. Let's just go play around with some of these settings. And let's just make this a little bit gradient, pretty it up. Nice to see you. Hello. I love it. Cute, yes. What's the animal called? I'll figure it out soon. Okay, all right. Is this text box shrink? Okay, where were we? Let us go. We are back to here. Okay. Oh, I forgot to. Have I erased that? Yes. I won't erase that yet because this pen is new, so I don't know how long the drying time. So let's do some drop shadows here. Okay. All right. Let's go. So yes, L is L. I can see you joined on Instagram. I scheduled it on my Marianne on YouTube instead of my Marianne Crest channel, but that's okay. So that account is fairly new, so not a lot of followers yet, and so of course that's probably why. See, checklist. That's one of the things to checklist. Remember how I said with checklist to where your destination. But oh, I think I was still half asleep this morning when I scheduled it. Hubby and I went out for some drinks last night. So now I'm going to use this pen, which is the Uniboss 1 in 0.38, to do my little stencil of my, what do you call this? Water tracker. It's just I don't know how inky this is, and I don't want it smudging. So I'm going to just put some water tracker here. I don't need new pens. I need them. I don't need them. Eek! Exactly. Oops, these ones are not on the... yeah, so yeah, I have way too many. Let me see if I can show you my little behind the scene. Okay, let's see if this will work. See, these are just some of my pens. This is not all of the pens. I've got some more down there. I've got some more in our homeschooling. I've got some more behind here, and I've got pencil cases. I think I gave some pencil cases worth of gopher. No, let me, it's a cute, yes, I'm on Marianne on YouTube. Oh, I can't remember what it is. Running Glory pens. All right, I'm gonna see if I can find what they called. Yeah, so and they have the cute. I won't do it now. They have these cute, stuffed animals, because they're all like looked so chubby and everything. But yeah, so pens. Do I need more pens? Yes, I do need more pens. It's because I don't know the name of it, and it's fairly new to me. I cannot recall the name of the animal. I didn't even know they existed. I thought they were just like, little characters. Whoa, okay, so this one doesn't, I won't be able to. Let's see if I can change it on the fly. On the fly. So let me see. That's all right. Okay, so let's get back to the last page, last screen we were on. Okay, so I'm just doing the little water tracker, okay, to help remind me to drink 8 glasses of water. And there, okay. Oh, I wasn't even on screen on that one. Sorry. And then we'll do 8 here. It's nice and quiet because it's like concentrating, because I don't want the stencil to slip from the page. So today, what is the time? So in hour and 20 minutes, then I go into the membership and do the weekly brain dump. Do you know that weekly brain dump for me personally has just helped me reduce my overwhelm of trying to, plan my new week and not feel like I've fallen behind, because I used to, we don't get to do everything that we want or we plan for. And for me, I used to think that was, a sign of failure. That, oh, well, it's in my planner and then I didn't do it. I must be bad. You know, how can I be a planning accountant if I don't even know, you know, how to execute my tasks? But then I realized our to-do list will always be never ending. There's going to be always something to do. And we can plan the best we can, but what we can't plan for are for the things that will come up, nor our energy. A lot of the times when we do the planning is when we're feeling positive, we're feeling happy, we've got lots of, you know, more energy. That's why we're planning, because we're motivated and inspired to decorate our planner pages. But what we can't anticipate is how we're going to feel later on in the week. And that is okay. That is okay. All right, let's check it out. Check it out, peeps. Maybe that's too far. Let's zoom in a little bit. Okay. All right, there we go. So I've done my water tracker. Where are we? Is it a gopher? Yes. Yes, I said I had joined Instagram, yeah, and left to get on YouTube. So gopher, I'll find it. You know what? I'll be able to find out what the name is. I bet you once we get off the live stream. Got the same storage on my desk. Yes, so I think where did I? Well, yeah. Nowadays we can, you know, they're available on either Amazon, but a lot of times there's a few different favorite Australian online retail, you know, stationery stores that I like. Yeah, I'm enjoying this peaceful moment before the fireworks starts. Oh, that's good, because yes, that's gonna be loud, isn't it? Shania says, I done a task list and decluttering list. Yeah, last spots. Victoria, hello darling, how are you? I hope you've been well. Thank you so much for joining. Happy 4th of July to you. Oh my God, those boxes are so cute. Yes, so nice little inspired by a February 2018 weekly spread. This one's like full of notes and you know, lots of writing, but that's how that same planner spread would start out. I love the drink on the day. I had it separate for each week and got confused. Yeah, so yeah, having the daily hydration tracker at the bottom, you know, do I drink a full 6 to 8 glasses a day? You know, not all the time, but when you're like planning and you're crossing things off and you go, oh, I haven't colored it in, or I haven't drank a glass, you know, my next glass. So it's a good reminder to have it on there. Okay, now next I'm just gonna pop on my Apple Watch because I need to go and get the weather for next week. All right, so next we're going to do the weather forecast. So let us look at the weather for next week here in Sydney. Okay, so today it's going to be raining. Yeah, it doesn't look, well, I've got the blinds closed. So in my little stencil that I made, there's a little cloud, so I'm gonna put that there. And so Monday, it's raining Monday. So let's see, am I on screen? Yes, I'm screen. So I'm gonna put the little cloud and put some little raindrops, and 13 to 16 degrees Celsius. Okay, and then on Tuesday, what's Tuesday? Oh, all rain, this seems like this week. So here in Australia, I'm in Sydney. I think also December, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, and August is our winter season. But here in Sydney, it doesn't, 12 to 16 degrees. it doesn't snow. So, and even last night when we went out, it's not that cold. It's very like Sydney is a very humid city. So even if it's you know, the temperature's a little bit lower, you still feel hot and humid. Okay, so Wednesday 12 to 16 degrees as well. So I like to have got a no sound. Yeah, someone said that's no sound. But let me know if I still got sound. Yeah, if I don't know if I'm glitching where you are. I know Sheila, there was thunderstorm where she's at, so the sound. So, but yeah, so Shania says I still got sound, so that's good. And I can still see the sound bar moving on mine. I got big cloud stencil, use it for brain dump so it looks decorative. Yes, that's a nice one because, you know, with the clouds over our head when it comes to brain dumping, I love that. So it might be a little bit noisy. Oops, because my older son just woke up. So if I have to mute myself and put the music on, I'll let you know so then you don't hear the tinkering of the kitchen. Where are we? Thursday. What's Thursday? Thursday's, oh my goodness, rain, rain, rain. So yeah, or I might have gone quiet. Thursday's 11 degrees to 16 degrees Celsius. Yes, all good, yeah. But yeah, no, I will know when I'm on mute because you, my lovely plannerettes, will go, we can't hear you. All right, so I'm just going to, while I do my, what do you call it? My weather, I'm just going to put myself on mute and I'm going to put the volume up because they're going to be cooking breakfast. So I don't want you to, it does get quite loud because my kitchen is just like on the other side of me. All right, so keep chatting in the chat. I'll type away as well, but I'll just put myself on mute and then we put the music on, okay? All right, I'll chat to you once they've finished tinkering in the kitchen. Shouldn't be too long. I was totally confusing myself here because you would have seen me make a comment, but it's a comment from my other account. So I'm like, I feel like I'm all over the place here. So yeah, I think it's all good. I think what it is I said I was going to stream on the Instagram on my Marianne Crest. So for those of you going, what is she talking about? I'm confusing myself here behind the scenes because I was supposed to go and schedule my live stream on the Marianne Crest, my planning channel. I do have a Marianne on YouTube account for my content creation. And so I'm thinking, why am I commenting as Marianne on YouTube? And I went, oh, because it's just I'm signed in at one account. So if you are wondering, why does she look like she's all confused? That's why. Christine says the music is relaxing. So you might hear a little bit of bacon cooking in the background and sizzling. So hubby's cooking breakfast for the boys. It is now just 4 minutes before 10 a.m. So they're having a nice little late start. So if it gets a little bit too loud, please let me know. But okay, that's what happens when I don't know, let me show you again my behind the scenes. Okay, so this is my desk. I've got 3 IKEA desks, 1, 2, 3. So I used to sew handmade dolls when the boys were little. I used to sew and sell them, and so I had lots of IKEA desks that had lots of I had one that you can go and adjust the legs, so then it's not a one of those stand-up desks that goes up and down by cranking. I had to actually manually adjust the height of each individual legs. Not bothering. Good, that's good. Thank you, Sheila, for letting me know. And so that's where I would have my cutting table. So when I'm cutting the fabrics, and then one would be, my sewing machine and my overlocking machine, and then another one just for my computer. And so I have quite a few. I'm going to see if I can go and show you. So we just live in a small apartment block. Or a small apartment, and I'm going to show you where, while it is, I'll show you on the other side of this table. Let me see which way will it go? This way, okay? So there is our homeschooling area, okay? So we homeschool my younger son, who's 17. He's on the autism spectrum. I think hopefully I haven't frozen. Am I freezing? Am I freezing? No, I should be okay. Let me see if I can show you. Where the drawing. Will it work? Will it work? Maybe not. Yep, so that's our homeschooling desk there. Okay, and then, so behind here is our dining table. So it's a shared spot. So I'm gonna click out of here because it looks like it's putting a lot of strain on my computer at the moment. So let me close everything up. And let's get back to the thing. Okay, here we are. All good. Yay, thank you. So the cooking in the background's good. Sonia says it's all good. That's good. Excellent. All right, so where are we? So that is my weekly spread. So we got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, the weekend. Oh, here, I'm going to put my tracking. So let me have a check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let me see. let's get our pencil. I'm going to put my important daily routine on here on my daily spread, so then that way I'm not flipping back and forth. And what did I say that are important ones? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Maybe I would want that one. And then we want, I'll just mute myself for a sec while the microwave's going, okay? Okay, 2 minutes and the kitchen should be clear, so I'll pop myself on mute for a second. Okay, thank you for allowing me to go on mute for a little bit. The kitchen is now cleared. Breakfast has been cooked by hubby and he's back to bed. So I'm just writing out on my weekly spread the most pressing daily habits that I want to remember to do. So that's taking my medicine in the morning, my AM skincare, getting myself outside, because I could stay indoor. I don't need to see anybody else. Gratitude. But I have to get myself outside because I know the positive benefits of getting myself fresh air, getting that sunlight, the vitamin D, and, resetting your circadian rhythm to help you sleep better. And so it's really important to get that. And so, I was showing you what was on my habit tracker. Get outside, do a workout, tidy up. So the tidy up, 5 minutes each day, just sorting things, because I know a lot of you are doing your declutter. For me, if I start doing my declutter, I would do that and then do another declutter and do something else, and I could get out of control. Or I'll empty the whole cupboard and then get bored and then have the whole place a mess. So for me, picking 5 minutes here and there, tidying things up, tracking our daily expenses, evening skincare, and then a gratitude. So either noting or writing down the notes. So let's just quickly catch up on the chat. Sonia says, 2 kids on the spectrum, so they get the bedrooms. They get the bedrooms, yes, because he was saying the living room is, why is that? Let me go back onto the proper one. So bedroom, classroom, plus the dinner table, waiting to hope. Yes, hopefully you can get a 3-bedroom home soon. But yeah, sometimes you just got to make do. I've done that where we've, moved the bedrooms around to make sure to cater for the boys. Sheila's a homebody too. Yes, if I didn't have to go anywhere, I would stay indoors all the time and just play with my planners and play with all the craft room. All right, so that's the little habit tracker there, and then there's still some sides for notes. Now here I've got my weather forecast, so then that just helps us plan. Especially for our homeschooling, if they need to get themselves outside. Now, I will jump off at 10:30 because I'll have a little bit of a break, and then I will go into my the brain dump session. So if you, of course, are liking, today's plan with me, I would love for you to hit that thumbs up button. That means, because then that helps me. Tells YouTube, hey, there are people enjoying Marianne's live streams. Let's see if there are other people like you, like my plannerettes, who don't know of us yet, of our little community here. They will then, go, oh, okay, we'll show her the videos to the same type of people so we can grow our community even more so. Thank you for that lovely like. And also, if you haven't yet subscribed, because I know I took June off. So while I'm talking, I might as well show you my little behind the scene, because I love having these things. So let me just pop me back on screen here. So that's our little homeschool area over there. Okay, so that's my our little desk. So our place, our apartment is pretty much very IKEA inspired. So so this is where I do a lot of my, so yeah, it's just a little small corner of our shared technically this little space here is the lounge, the lounge, open plan living lounge room, but we moved my little corner of my little studio, homeschooling, dining table, and then the other side that would otherwise be normally what would be considered as the dining, area is where we have our lounge room. So, we have to move things about. Hello there, Amy. Nice to see you. Let me see if my comments works on this one. It may not because this is a new page, so that's all right. I'll say hello. How are you, Amy? Thank you so much for joining. If this is your first time, thank you so much for joining. And let me see if I've got my little welcome. Oh, I welcome. But yeah, I'll go and come on. I think it'll staying there forever now. Okay. And so what was I saying? There goes the brain fog. Now I think I pressed twice. What was I saying, people? I've forgotten. Oh, Sheila's going. Have a good day. I'm going to enjoy some ice cream now. And yes, enjoy the fireworks as well. All right. So this my little welcome has gone, and let me just close it. Go. Love your tech setup. Feng Shui, hello, nice to see. Oh, I hope my Feng Shui is all good. I don't know if it's all, because I do watch, I think it's a really popular Feng Shui account now on Instagram. Cliff is his name, and so I listen to that, and a lot of our setup is not Feng Shui friendly. Room layout, homeschool, yes, and so room layout and homeschool, yeah. So the homeschool, because I'm thinking, what? My brain is is you know what it is. I was talking to my husband while I was on mute, and I said because we had run out of milk, and then the only milk that was in the fridge is one of those long life milk, and that I went, okay, we'll use that, and I just couldn't enjoy this morning's coffee because it didn't taste as good. And I went, Marianne, just pretend like if it is, the milk that you get on the plane. You know how you get those little sachets of milk? Just pretend, because that's what it tasted like. And I couldn't. So that's my mind is probably going all over the place. But yeah, so let's just quickly go onto here so I can put my chat up finally. So yeah, Sheila's probably gone by the time I've said this. So have a good day, Sheila. If you're watching on replay, I know she watches back on replay. Hello, Amy. Nice to see you. Love your tech setup. Thank you so much. Yeah, so I've been needing to do a studio tour, but it's just so difficult sometimes because it's just like, there's more moving parts than just, desk shots. So I was talking about my room layout in homeschool where it is a shared space. Love the room layout. Thank you so much. So I love rearranging, and then sometimes I'm bored with this setup, and so I'm thinking, should I move it again? Because I have had this desk, or my little, what you see on my YouTube. So I've been YouTubing for, a few years now. I've had it over there where my lounge room normally is. I've had it on the other side. I've moved things around because then I'll get bored. But I think I'm enjoying, this setup. So let me show you. Where is my? Is it this one? Yeah. So I'm enjoying this sort of like backdrop, and so don't touch it, Marianne. It ain't broke. Don't touch it. Leave it alone. Leave it alone, because we live in an old wool building. So here in Sydney, the area that I'm in was the wool factory, and so it's an old building that's been transformed into apartments. So the floor that I'm on is one of the original floors. So it's not level. So if you ever come to my place and have a look at my wall, these little picture ledges that you see here, it's a tiny little bit of a not level. Yes, I know I can make my camera a little bit, but it's just all you need to see, and all that needs to look good is what you see in this frame. Everything else is a mess. I've got mess here. I've got my clothes all over the place, but you don't see that. But don't ever think that, oh, you're Marianne, your space is so lovely. It is lovely. I'm not taking away from that, but the mess around it. So, so that is my little background. So anyway, that's my weekly spread. What I'm going to do is create my running to-do list here. So the running to-do list is this one based on the Alistair method, where you put your tasks for the week only on one page. Okay, so then that way you need to make sure that there's enough space as well for anything that will come up throughout the week that you haven't planned for, and you need to leave space as well for, something that you think might take only half an hour, may take longer. So you don't want to put too much on your to-do list. Yes, you probably need to do all of those, but no, you don't have 24 hours in the day, because you got to sleep, you got to eat, you got to rest, something else will come up. You might not have the energy. So having your to-do list for the week only on one page is going to help give you that breathing room. So because I am in my bullet journal dotted grid where I start from scratch, I'm going to go and draw my own. But if you wanted to go and purchase, I don't have it on me here, but I do have a printable download where these grids and these lines are already drawn. Check the description. So it's the running to-do list, and they come in A5, I think Happy Planner Classic. So so if you have a disc bound or a ring bound planner and you don't want to be drawing up your own running to-do list, there is one that's already pre-made, as long as it works for your life. Yes, so yeah, my setup works for the way our family works. And yes, as long as you are enjoying your time with your family, I won't worry about the disorder. Although it is very important that your place is still in order, because our brain looks for order, because our brain can read chaos as a threat, as in, why are things not in place? What's wrong? Then that causes stress. It can flip on your survival mode, the fight, flight, or freeze. So, for us, a lot of us who are mums, and then towels are on the floor, or socks are on the floor, or for me, if the lounge room rug is a little, not parallel to the wall or the TV stand, that can cause my brain stress. Okay, so yes, it is fine not to worry about disorder, but it is also important that we don't let it stay too disorderly, because underneath the surface, our brain is actually reading chaos, or seeing and reading chaos as a form of a threat or stress. And they might be just tiny little stresses and not a big deal, but that's why tidying up is on my daily to-do list. So if it's not disorderly all the time, or that it's disorderly, that it's causing you stress, it's okay. Don't sweat the small stuff. I understand that. But I know for me, that can cause me a little bit of stress and anxiety. And, I can use that as an excuse to, go from 0 to 100 being cranky mom. I'll be like, ah, And so it is still very important to make sure that your space, that's why it is lovely to have a nice space that's catered just for you, that is just your own, mum's space, mum's desk area, or your planning. Or for those of you that love cooking, you want your kitchen to be nice and orderly. If you have a nice craft room, that everything's in place. So yeah, very important. Yes, it helps relax the brain. And then Shania says, for a first time in 3 years, my living room, bedroom, craft area is organized and sorted. You have done a brilliant job, because I know since you first started joining us here on my channel, you've had done a lot of decluttering and sorting, and I give you a big, let me see if I can send, do I have an applause? I don't even, yes, I should have an applause. Let me give you an applause, okay? Way. So well done. That is such a great effort, and to be able to, sort your living space based on your family's needs is very important. I love it. I never thought about it that way. Yes. And I didn't think of it this way either, Amy. And because, of course, my youngest 17-year-old is on the autism spectrum. So I'm always reading about, how does his brain work? How can I help him make sure that, we are helping regulate his moods, his emotion, his thoughts, because, communication-wise, his level is not up to what his chronological age is. So, through the OTs and speeches and through our own reading and finding out that, yeah, the brain reads chaos or disorder as a threat. I know for me, here's just a little story. When we were younger, so I have a younger brother, who's 4 years younger, and we, after school, it was, and mum and dad worked, so when we'd come home after school, we'd do all the stuff, the chores. We came home one day, and then when I opened the door, things were out of place, things were moved, and so straight away, my brain went, right? So it goes, why is the dish rack not where it normally is? And then straight away I just that gave my fight, flight, or freeze. I was aware of that, and so because that my brain said that's out of place, what's wrong? And then that suddenly it was like all alert. And so, and that's how I remember back to how, oh yeah. So when, if, how when you come to your office and then your things have been moved around and you're very particular with the way things are set up. I know sometimes when I go into this little space here, right, into this little space, and back here I have a let me see if I can show you, like a little, see this little drawer here? Okay, so when I'd come in the morning to my little desk space and that's open, I'd go, who's been at mum's place? Who's been touching mum's stuff? Okay, so those little things, our brain reads that as threat, disorder, and so straight away our brain will, the amygdala, the part of our brain that's the fight, flight, or freeze, will switch on. Our cognitive thinking, our decision making shuts down, because it's either, we've got to use our body to either run, fight, or stay still and freeze. And so if you ever feel like, why am I stressed today? What's going on? That could be because, many other things, but the quick things to try and figure out is, oh, it's because my desk area is a big mess, or things like that. But yes, so really important to note those things. Let's have a look. Yes, built every bit of furniture in here. Long road, but 3 doors to put on wardrobe and finish. Great, that's wonderful. Gives me overwhelm, makes procrastination worse. Get freeze paralysis with chaos disorder in home. And if your brain is already wired, you know, to be anxious. I'm not diagnosed as an ADHD or anything like that, but the research have shown that in more cases than not, parents of children on who are on the autism or that are not that are neurodiverse may be neurodiverse themselves. And so that's why I think I do need planning. So people who say, oh, Marianne, you must be great at, planning and you must be so organized. No, I am not. Far from it. That is why I need to plan. Because my brain is all over the place. Yes, and decision fatigue. Well, your brain shuts down because when you're in a fight, flight, or freeze, the part of your brain that makes decision we don't need to make decisions because all we got to do is we got to run, we got to fight somebody, or we got to stay still so we don't get, eaten by the saber-toothed tiger, because a lot of our brain is still very prehistoric days. All right, so what I'm going to do now, that's what I have for my weekly spread. So the inspiration was my spread from February 2018 in my bullet journal. See, as you can see there. Okay, so that's how I was inspired. So that's this next week. This was this week. So I'll probably fill this in with some lovely quotes or stickers. But yes, so if you haven't yet subscribed, I would love for you to subscribe. And then also, if you haven't yet downloaded my free brain dump guide, so this is a step-by-step guide of how to get things out of your head and down on paper, but beyond that is organizing it into the things that matter today, tomorrow, and the week, and things that can wait next week. There's the QR code right here. If you're on your phone, you get the free brain dump, a brain dump trigger list, and a grid page to write down. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to be signing off for a little bit. If you are in the YouTube membership, we will be doing our weekly brain dump in about half an hour. I will have, let me see, I'll also just pop the guide, the link in the description for the free brain dump guide if you haven't got that yet. So after this, when I sign off here, it will lead you directly to the scheduled live stream of the membership. So if you're not a member and you'd love to, we do this at the end of each week. So here in Sydney, it is my Sunday. For those of you in the US, it will be your Sunday evening. But the replay is available. And then that way, it's a dedicated time for you to stop, get things out of your head and down on paper, sort and organize them. Your brain dump is not your to-do list, okay? That's just the things that was in your head. And everything that you need to do does not need to go on your to-do list for this week, okay? So it's not your forever list. It's just your list for this week, what matters right now. And we go and work out, what things, if you don't do them, what are the consequences? If there's no major consequences, don't put them on for this week, especially if you're already feeling overwhelmed or if you are feeling like you're falling behind, okay? So let me quickly have a look at the chat. I have been decluttering and I never thought that it causes anxiety, but it does, yeah. Because first of all, if you're like me and don't know where things are, where did I put it? And then you're now spending half an hour and going, where is that thing? Where did I leave it? So yes, it is one of those things that can cause anxiety. Hard, learn to do a bit rest and do another bit. Yes, one thing at a time. Stayed up 2 days straight, couldn't sleep till sun, but I've finished, so I'm glad. All right, so if you haven't yet joined, we do the brain dump weekly, and then at the last week of the month, we do an emotional brain dump, and we sort out all the more the harder feelings, and I show you how I do it and what's helped me in the past, and how I bounce back a lot quicker from my anxious thoughts, because I do get, you know, sometimes low thoughts and low moments. And again, I'm not diagnosed with anxiety or depression, but I know that my brain is wired that if I'm not looking after myself, then I can get in those, you know, emotional and stressful moment. All right. So if you are joining us in the weekly brain dump in the membership, I'll see you in about half an hour. When I end this stream, it will lead you to that. Check it out. But yeah, if you just need once a week someone to do weekly brain dumps and just, you know, chatter along and figure out before a new week starts, I'd love for you to join there. So I will see you all very soon. So I'll pop the link here. Thank you so much, everybody, for hanging out. Now have a great week and happy 4th of July for my US friends. Bye.